Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gabriel and happy Halloween, Twin Flames. This is a special reading just for this spooky holiday, but it is, again, a timeless reading. While I am shooting this for a Halloween video and it is going to be using kind of a spooky deck, this is still a timeless reading. So whenever you find it, there is a message for you here, no matter where you're at on your journey, or again, when you find it. Today, because in the spirit of the holiday, we're going to use the Dark Mirror Oracle cards by Laura Saba. And we're going to go ahead and dive in. So the first card is Triumph of Lies. And really what it feels like here is that there's a place where you may be deceiving yourselves, Twin Flames. This deck is particularly, it kind of cuts to the chase, and it feels like there's a place where you're deceiving yourself. Maybe it's that you feel you're not lovable. Maybe it's that you feel like, oh, I am peaceful, when you're actually just numbed out. Or maybe you feel like you can't be with your twin flame. All of those things are lies. All of those things are deception. And so somewhere within your consciousness, somewhere within your reality, you have let deceptions be, like, lies prevail, and you don't have to allow that. You can make a new choice. And the way that you can do that is to choose clarity and choose to see the truth, and really feel your feelings. And know that even though maybe you feel, for example, that, oh, it's impossible to be with my twin flame, that is not true. The desire that you have in your heart for your twin flame is the promise of God that you can have your twin flame and be with them. God does not give you a desire that you cannot achieve. The only way that you can achieve that is if you give up on it and tell yourself it's not possible. And that's what ego tries to do. That's the evil that ego is that it tells you, oh, well, you can't do that. That's evil. That's how ego prevents you from being your highest self, is being that voice that tells you you can't. So you want to love yourself in that space and give yourself the reassurance, the comfort, and give yourself the truth. Give yourself the knowledge that you can be with your twin flame. Give yourself the knowledge that you are lovable, that you are divine, that, and choose to feel your feelings. If you feel like you're peaceful and you feel like maybe you're numbed out instead, you can choose to feel your feelings there. All of these things, like, you can root out the lies in your consciousness. You can root out anywhere that you've allowed ego to win out. You can always make a new choice there and root that out and choose to see the truth. So don't let lies slow you down on your twin flame journey. All right, the next card is Calling the Storm. Ooh, and this really feels like, this kind of feels like an energy of, like, a lot of, like, deeper trauma, or like deeper, it almost feels like a tower type moment. Like, you can even kind of see in this card how she's kind of like tower, like she's very, like, tall and lanky and stuff, and like, it just really feels like a moment where you're kind of calling in, like, this big energy of upset, right? The storm. And it may feel like that for a lot of emotions coming up, especially if you have believed something very deep at your core, that maybe you're not lovable or things like that. Those things are oftentimes very core wounds. And sometimes they're like the last block we heal before harmonious union or union with our twin flame. And it can be like that cave of fear that you feel like you're moving through everything all at once and you're just having a tough time. But that storm is not you. You are not going to be blown away in this, like, storm of emotions. It's really important to know that you can stay in your peace, you can stay in loving yourself, and just allow that storm to pass. Just allow that storm to move through and leave you, and that those emotions have to come up, have to leave in order to manifest your desires and in order to let them go. They have to be felt and they have to be moved through. You have to love yourself in that space in order to truly transcend it and be with your twin flame. So allow the feelings, let them pass, and know that they are not you at all. All right, and the next card is Anger and Chains. Ooh, yeah, like, where are you hanging on to anger and grudges? Because that is a chain that keeps you stuck on your twin flame journey. Like, yes, you have to feel the anger, but you want to let it go. Because anger is always going to be a mask. It's always going to mask that deeper emotion of sadness or fear or hurt, pain. By staying angry, you numb yourself out to that pain, that sadness. And that's not a good thing. That's you like hanging on to that fear and sadness because you're afraid that you'll be swept away from it. You're afraid that it can hurt you. You're afraid that feeling it and acknowledging it will damage you in some way, but it can't. And the only way to truly let go of pain and sadness isn't the anger. It is the letting go of these emotions. And so I really want to encourage you to sit with yourself and find these places where maybe you're hanging on to anger and really feel through that anger and find what's underneath and allow yourself to just feel it and love yourself all the way through it until it's gone. And that's how you move through these big emotions. That's how you move through these big angry things. And it may feel like you're like, oh, I'm never going to move through this. Maybe I'll find that I'm bad, or maybe I'll never move through this. I'll never feel a different way. But when you sit with it and you allow it to move through, it will pass and you will find love underneath. Especially if you love and accept yourself through it. And don't give yourself a hard time for feeling angry. Don't give yourself a hard time for feeling sad or hurt. It's okay to feel these things. It's natural to feel these things. And it's important. You can't shove it down. You have to allow it to leave. So be patient with yourself as you're moving through this process. All right, the next card is Atonement. Yeah. And the atonement really is like recognizing that you are love. And the way that you do that is you accept the healing for yourself. You accept that you are love. You accept that, you know, you can release these upsets, these deep hurts. Like, all these things aren't real. You can receive atonement not by hurting yourself, not by damaging yourself, not by feeling like you're terrible, but by allowing yourself to heal. That's how you atone. You accept your divinity. And so, again, as we're moving through like this storm of emotions right now, you want to continue to love yourself, continue to bring yourself back to peace. And as you heal through the mirror exercise, make sure you're moving all the way through your upset and bringing yourself back home once you've arrived at completion and peace, because that's how you really ground into your new healing and accept the atonement for yourself and really, accept your healing. All right, and the next card is Sacrifice. And what's immediately coming up is like, it may feel like you're sacrificing something. And a lot of times when we're moving through these big upsets, it feels like you have to give up everything in order to be with your twin flame. It feels like you have to give up all these things. And that's not true. It's just what ego is trying to tell you, right? Ego will tell you, I'm going to die if I feel this. Ego will tell you, you have to, you're going to be miserable if you do this. You're not going to have any friends if you do this. You're not going to blah, 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 blah. And it can be over the most ridiculous things. Oh, if I love myself, then people will hate me. It's the most ridiculous things because ego doesn't actually make any sense to hang on to. but it will lie and tell you you have to sacrifice. But the only thing that you're ever sacrificing for love is what no longer serves you, is the ego. And so you go, I like how like she's kind of like in armor, and that light is actually the light of God. You know, that light is actually like what you're headed towards. And it seems like you're in shadow. It seems like you're sacrificing all these things that are good for you, but it's actually, you're just letting go of what no longer serves you. You're letting go of what wasn't yours to begin with. You're letting go of the lies. You're letting go of the anger and the upsets that you thought maybe protected you. And you're letting all of that go, and you're embracing God, and you're embracing the divine and your twin flame in that space of love and peace. So don't be afraid to let things go, because anything that you let go for love is something that was no longer serving you and was not yours. You can only keep what is love, because that's what's real. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you'd like your own personalized reading to help you understand the next steps in your healing, or if you'd like one-on-one support to support you through healing your blocks and all the way into Harmonious Union, you can find my services at sacredtwinflameunion.com, and I will see you all in the next video.